Assalamualaikum and welcome back. In today's lesson, we'll be learning about inverse proportion. So far, we have understood what direct proportion is. So let's move towards our objectives. In today's session, we'll be learning about what inverse proportion is. We'll be looking at the applications of inverse proportion and we'll be dealing with different calculations related to inverse proportion. So let's begin. So we have understood that the direct proportion deals with the quantities which increase together. अगर एक quantities increase करती हैं तो दूसरी quantities भी increase करेगी. But the inverse proportion is a bit opposite. So what is basically inverse proportion? Inverse proportion basically क्या होता है? When one quantity decreases, the other thing increases. The two quantities behave differently. The two quantities are basically the opposite. अगर एक चीज़ इंक्रीज़ करेगी तो दूसरी चीज़ डिक्रीज़ करेगी. अगर एक चीज़ डिक्रीज़ करेगी द अदर थिंग वुड इंक्रीज़. So this is what actually is meant by inverse proportion. We use the word indirect proportion also to represent inverse. Either we say inverse proportion or either we say indirect proportion, they mean the same. So let's look at the example. For example, we have 4 people. So let's suppose we have 4 people. Person A, person B, person C and person D. So each of the people over here, each man over here is going to travel with a different speed. Let's say man A is going to travel with 20 km speed. A man B is going to travel on his car with a speed of 40 km per hour. Man C is going to travel on his car with a speed of 80 km per hour. And man D is going to travel with a speed that's the highest speed, that's 120 km per hour. So now they're going to have competition. All of the 4 people are going to travel through the car but with different speed. Now think for a moment. Which person will reach the destination first? Man A, Man B, Man C or Man D? It's very obvious कि जितना slow speed पे आप travel करेंगे, the late you will reach your destination. The more faster you travel, the more faster you reach your destination. If you see over here, man A is traveling at a very low speed. So he is likely to reach the destination very late. Whereas man D is traveling very fast at a speed of 120 km per hour. So he is more likely to reach his destination first. Whereas अगर हम इसको अरेंज करें, सबसे पहले हमें लगता है कि मैन डी रीच करेगा to the destination because he is traveling at the highest speed. Second, man C will reach the destination because he is the second most person traveling at the highest speed. After man C, man B is supposed to reach the destination as he is traveling at the third highest speed. And at the last, man A is supposed to reach the destination because he is traveling at the lowest speed. So you can see, the more faster you travel, the less time it will take you to reach the destination. जितना fast आप travel करेंगे, उतना ज़्यादा जल्दी आप पहुँचेंगे. So as the speed increases, the time taken to travel decreases. If you talk about the original time, the olden days where you had no car, where you had no bike, people used to travel on horses, on donkeys and on camels. It used to take them days to go to a destination. लेकिन अगर उस जगह जाना चाहें, if you want to go to the same destination by a car or by a bike or any other medium, we will be able to reach the place in hours. Earlier, people used to travel in days, but today people can travel in hours. So you can see that as fast they travel with the highest speed, the less time it will take them to reach the destination. So you can see that speed increase कर रही है और time period decrease कर रहा है. So such sort of relationships are known as inverse proportion. By the name itself you can see that inverse matlab ulta, opposite, right? So the one thing is the opposite to the other. If one thing is increasing, the other thing would decrease. So we can see down here that as speed goes up, travel time goes down. As speed goes down, the travel time goes up. So what we are going to do is first we are going to recognize कि यहाँ पे कौन सी दो चीज़ें हैं जो आपस में connect हो रही हैं. So we can see over here that one is the speed and the other is the time. So what we are going to do is we are going to represent speed and time with a letter. So speed is represented by a letter Y, you can see over here, and time is represented by a letter X. You can choose any other letters over here, but Y and X are the most common letters over here. So you can see that the connection between speed and the time is basically inverse proportion. So I have written Y is inversely proportional to X. So you can write down the equation. You can see over here, because यहाँ पे हमारे पास inverse proportion है. So how do we write it down? First we are going to write Y, proportionality का sign वैसे ही आएगा because it is inverse proportion. So I'm going to write the time as a reciprocal 1 upon X. जब भी हमें दिखाना होता है inverse proportion, तो हम दूसरे वेरिएबल को या दूसरे टर्म को हम reciprocal में लिखते हैं. So this is my first variable, that's the speed, and X is my time. To show that these two are inversely proportional, I have to write the second variable as a reciprocal. Now I want to change this into a equation, because we know earlier that if we want to do some work from the relation, we need to change the relation into an equation. To change it into an equation, Y will come down here as it is. In place of this proportionality sign, we will be having an equal to sign because we are changing into an equation, and we are going to have a new term, that is the K. This time the K is going to come in the place of 1 up here and then divided by X. So you can see how we are having an equation of an inversely proportional relation. So you can see that in place of proportionality sign, we are having an equal to sign and we are having a K. We all know that from earlier that K is nothing but a constant term. Constant term वो होता है जो कभी भी change नहीं होता. Its value is always the same. Y can change, X can change, but the constant will never change. So constant is the fixed value. This is how we represent inverse proportion, and this is how we change an inverse proportion into an equation. Let's look at the example first. So in the question we are given that 4 people can paint a fence in 3 hours. 4 लोग जो हैं पेंट कर सकते हैं दीवार को, और you can say the gate, in 3 hours. How long will it take 6 people to paint it? अगर 6 लोग मिलकर काम करेंगे, so how much time will it take them? So we know that the more people work together, the less time it will take. The less people work together, the more time it will take. So before we come towards this question, we need to discuss some main things about inverse proportion. So let's go towards it first. We need to first talk about the application of inverse proportion. Where do we use inverse proportion? You might have seen around you that construction work goes around you every and other day. So you can see the application of that. The more people work together, the less time it will take you to complete the work, or your work will be completed very fast. The less people you are working with, the more time it will take you to complete the task. This is a big huge example of proportional around you. With this one example of speed, the more fast you travel, the less time it will take you to reach the destination. So these are some application, like when construction people, when they are given a project, so what they do is they estimate material. कितना टाइम